Hello everybody, Nikki from Gracie's house here. I'm a brand ambassador for Redesign with Prima and I'm coming to you live today on Instagram and on Facebook, and we are going to do a $15 makeover challenge. So we've been talking about this in the background for a while. You might have seen some projects from some of the content creators and brand ambassadors. Anyone that's coming on, if you can just say hello. I can see loads of people coming on live on Instagram. I can't see anyone yet, so I'm hoping Facebook's working. If anyone's coming on Facebook, please say hello to me so I know you're there. And I'd love to know where you're watching from. So, have you seen any of the $15 makeover challenges? Hi there, we've got Renaissance by Diana and Basarita. Hopefully that's right. Brunswell Girl, Handbags and Glad Rags. Hello. So lovely, and I think we've got some people watching on Facebook as well. So Connie has done some Birkenstocks that she's painted up. I think I've seen Cece's done something, and I know I can't think what it is she's done. Has she done a purse? Anyway, we're talking about really, really small, nice little projects that you can do, and you can easily do well under $15 value. So I have got a cute little photo album. Can you see it's got a little embossed design already? It's quite a kind of a paper crafted, it's got a handmade feel to it. I picked it up in a charity shop, so like a Goodwill store. Really the old-fashioned ones, look, it's got the paper sheets over. I think this was a couple of pounds, so what's that in dollars? Maybe $1.50, $1.75, something like that. So under $2. And I'm going to be using between half and a third of one of these new small size transfers. This one is called Botanical Paradise, and these retail at around the $12.99 mark. So I'm not going to be using a whole one of these. And I've also got one of the smaller rice papers, which retail at $5. So we have this one, and I wish I'd written down the name of this one. That's absolutely terrible. Roz, if you're there, help me out. I can't remember the name of this. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try and put it in comments somewhere. So this is one of the smaller sized ones. If anyone knows the name of it, I've not written it down. I've also got aged brass art alchemy wax. These retail at approximately $7.50, but you can imagine I'm really not going to be using much of this. This is just going to be to add a little flash of metallic, so you know it's like probably not even 50 cents worth, and you're going to have that whole tub left. So I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do is this is going to be the last piece to do, and this is going to be on the inside, because I thought that would be a really nice way to finish the inside covers. And I was loving the way that these flowers here combine, should I say, they're really similar to some of the wildflowers that are in this design. So this is what we're going to go for. So let's have a look and make sure it's up the right way so that you can see what I'm doing. So, and I also loved the fact that it had this embossed design already. So it was all kind of fitting nicely in with that botanical floral kind of motif. If you've got any questions as you go along, as I go along, of course ask away. Oh, I'm not in the workshop today. It's so hot, guys, so I'm sitting outside the front of the workshop. Let's see. So, like I said, I want to use between a half and 2/3 of this transfer. So that's, these ones come in 3 small sheets, and they're absolutely perfect for projects like this. So I know that this one's quite similar to the blue flowers that are in the paper, so I'm definitely going to use that. So the way we're working out that the $15 value is not the cost of everything all added together. Obviously it's everything added together, but it's the portions of what you're going to be using. So it's not the whole value of the retail. So $12.99 is the retail for these transfers, but it's the portion of that I'm going to use. I hope that makes sense. When I write it up, it will make more sense, I think. So I definitely want that piece. I think I'm going to have this lovely pink one here. I'm just checking. Hi, hi Joan. How are you, my darling? You all right? Okay, so we've got those. I really like this blue one here as well. And I just want to build my design and make it look quite organic. It's wildflowers, and I want that to show through. I've got like that one. If you've not used these small transfers before, if you've not used transfers at all, this is a really, really nice way to start, because you can cut them about so easily. You can build them, you can layer them. It's a really, really good introduction to transfers if you're a bit nervous of going for the larger ones. Let's see, I quite like those as well. And then let's start building an image and see how it looks. These small ones don't come with a transfer tool. So in the larger tubes, you get one of these in every tube. These don't come with that, but I have bought a teaspoon with me. Nice with a flat end. You don't want anything sharp. But if you're not into transfers yet and you get one of these and you think, oh my goodness, what am I going to use? A nice teaspoon will do the job for you. So there's a little tip. Okay, so let us have a little look. So this is facing your way, not me. So I'm doing this upside down. Where do I live? All my birdies singing. I'm in the UK. I'm in a place called Bedford, which is about 40 minutes north of London on the train. But because I'm in my workshop's in my garden, and even when I'm in my workshop, people can still hear the birds singing, which is lovely. So as I said, I don't want that piece there though. I want to build a quite organic looking set of flowers. So you've got all these tiny little pieces that I don't need, but I'm going to save, of course. So I just want to almost do it like a little posy, I think, is how I envisage it. And you need to just think about how you want to layer. So thank you, it is lovely, it is nice hearing the birds. So you need to think about which order you place your transfers. So like here, because I want that greenery is going to be kind of covered up by these stems, this piece has to be put on first. Does that make sense? So that's how you need to think. But for now, I just want to get them in position. That one I think I'm going to put there as well. I might just do a cluster like that. And obviously, you're going to see through all these because of the white backing sheet's going to come off. And I might pop that. I might just pop that in there, under there. So my first one that I'm going to be putting on is this big pink one. So we're going to get cracking with that. And it's roughly here. You see how different it looks already because the backing sheet's off. So I'm going to use my transfer tool. And I'll just show you how easy it is to use as the back of a spoon. Like I said, this one's got a nice smooth. You don't want you don't want anything sharp because you don't want it going through your top sheet. But this is how easy it'll be to use a spoon or something smooth. I don't know, has anyone used a coin? I'm not sure, that edge might be a little bit sharp. You can also buy transfer tools if you get into your transfers. I've misplaced mine, this is why I haven't got mine. Botanical Sonato rice paper. Thank you, Roz. Hello, lovelies. Everyone, all your comments have just popped through on Facebook, so something's happened and everything's coming through. So I think this set of transfers really suits the birdsong going on the background and country garden. I think it's gonna suit it really well. There we go. There you go, first bit done. And it looks so pretty. Let me show you up close. Lovely. Hello from Germany. Hello, my lovelies. And someone from Vermont. Mary, hello. Let's get rid of that piece. What did we have next? What did I have next? I think I had that one over here, didn't I? So I think I'm going to layer that there. I think that would look lovely. Now, although I'm doing this outdoors, it's not recommended you do transfers or anything like that with any kind of breeze going on, because obviously you are working on the back of the transfers are adhesive, so you don't want any dust or debris or anything sticking to the back of your transfer before you get it on your piece, whether that be a small project like this, furniture. You just have to be a bit mindful of dust and debris. You don't want to remove the backing sheet and put it down, put then your top sheet with your transfer down on a surface, because it could stick. That's what it's for. Hello from Canada. Hi Denise. Erin, my lovely, hello. Heather. Oh, isn't it warm? Yes, I've just done the school run and the playground is so hot. But we can't complain. It's been a long time coming, so I'm not going to complain. There we go. So you can see how we're layering, just how they would be in the wild. Flowers just grow where they want to grow, don't they? So that's how we're building our, let's have a look. And I think I'm going to put that up there. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that up there, because I'm then going to be putting my pink ones over the top. So I know that that stem looks now like it's floating around a little bit, but it won't look like that in a minute. And a little bit of overlapping, but again, we're looking to create that sort of wildflower visage, and they do overlap and they do grow where they want to grow. So let's get our little pink. I'd love to know what these ones, I think these look like dog roses. I'm not sure about these. I don't know what they're called. I'd love to know what these ones are. Anyone? Do you know what these ones are? Hi Sue, how are you? So I might just chop a little bit of stem off, and yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to just cut a tiny bit off there, and I'm going to pop that there. Nice. So it's looking pretty, isn't it? I think it's really, really sweet. And I know people have photos on their phones now, don't they? But there is something nice about a photo album and the, you know, actual prints. We have lots of family photos up printed on the wall, and I do quite love photo books, you know, and you can have them printed. I do like those. But and my mum, you know, I think it's a certain type of era, isn't it? And it's a certain generation. My mum would still have a photo album now, and it is definitely a generational thing. So we're really creating. Sue, you couldn't see them well enough. They're like little cotton candy type thing. I don't know. They're almost like big puffball clovers, but the leaves aren't clovery. You'll have to have a look on the transfer. Let me see if I can give you a real close-up. It's these ones. Can you see? What do you think? Maybe like big double daisies or something? Not sure. You love wildflowers, a bouquet of them on an album. Girl after my own heart. Do you know what? My wedding flowers were very, very wild, and they weren't kind of traditional, typically wedding type flowers. I'm going to turn that one at an angle, I think, to fill that space in there. There we go. What do you think? How's that look? Just checking I'm not missing anything. This Sheridan, this transfer, it's one of the small ones. It's called Botanical Paradise. Can you see the name there? And that comes in 3 sheets. Okay. And as you can see, I've still got plenty left over, but I didn't want to fill, I'm just going to get rid of that bit. I didn't want to fill the whole of the front cover, because what I'm going to do with my wax is try and just do some highlighting on the embossed sections. I thought that would look nice. Sheridan, you're welcome. I think on Instagram someone's just not, I can't translate during the live, so I think I've just given the answer of the name of the transfer, if that's what, I'm guessing that's what you're asking. Alexandra, hello from Greece, lovely. It's pretty, isn't it? Really, I mean, embossed photo album, wildflowers, birds singing in the background. It all feels very relaxing and very calm. I've ordered Gracie to not be coming out in the garden and singing, because she's been doing lots of singing lately. Okay, so we've got this so far. I might put some little ones. So we've got a little yellow, and oh, we've got a butterfly. I feel like a butterfly needs to go on there somewhere, for sure. Oh, and we've got a bumblebee. I feel like a bumblebee on there as well. And I'm just going to dot these little yellow ones about. One of my friends' dads keeps honeybees, which is a bit exciting. So I keep meaning to get some local honey from him through her. But Gracie's been catching insects and she's fascinated. We're growing our own caterpillars at the moment, so they're in their cocoon form right now. So can you see how easy it is to use just a teaspoon? So if you're starting out and you haven't got the tools, you won't have one of these because you haven't used a big transfer, use a teaspoon. Okay, well, I'm getting a little breeze across, so I'm just mindful that I don't want to lose anything. I'm gonna there's a couple more small flowers on this section here. And there's a little bit of text which I might add as well, which is quite sweet. I might do that. Ooh, I told you it was a bit of a breeze, didn't I? Look at that. Pom-pom daisies. Paula, that makes sense. I think that's the only thing that I can think of as well. Hello from Denmark. Thank you. It is pretty, isn't it? Amber, hello my lovely, how are you? Just making sure I've not missed anything. I think I've got all of the comments as we've gone on. And I need to make sure the writing's up the right way, of course, because I'm doing it for you guys to see it the right way up. And I'm going to pop that little bit there. So it's just a little, like a name and a date. A bit of cuteness. And then let's add this bit as well. Best to have some nice small craft scissors for these small ones as well. Can fit there, not quite. I'll pop that up here. There's my teaspoon. I quite like the teaspoon. Sweet. This is all building up a little cute layers. Amber, yes, yes, my sweetheart, they are. You're on the Redesign with Prima page. I'm a brand ambassador for Redesign with Prima. So yes, this is from the new release. So these are new small designs from the latest release that's not long been out, a few weeks. So I'm just going to put a couple more of those little individual flowers. I know they've got no stems, but I can live with it. I can live with it. And another cute little one. That looks like another little dog rose type thing. Pop that in the corner down there. And they're layering up lovely as well. As you can see, I'm not having to work any harder for the layering. It's cute, isn't it? Made it. Hello, Laurie. How are you? Doesn't it smash the embarrassment when you rub off the transfer? Have you done that? Oh dear. What is the paper pack? The paper pack. This that I'm working on is a photo album, if that's what you mean. I think, Sally. If I'm wrong, I've got a decoupage rice paper. I've got this. Yeah, this is just something I got from a charity shop or from like a Goodwill. So Sheila, hello from Oregon. Embossment. Oh, sorry. I bet that was autocorrect, wasn't it? No, do you know what? I don't know if you can see. I'm just going to do a real close-up for Instagram. It's not affecting the embossing at all. So it's, no, it's not, I can still feel the texture all the way through there. So I'm going to put, what am I going to put? Where's the bumblebee? I just want this little bumblebee on there as well. I want him. So he's cute, isn't he? Look, so sweet. So what's everybody doing? I'm assuming if you're in the UK, you're absolutely loving our new summer, our finally arrived summer. Let's see, should we pop him? I think he needs to be maybe down there. On his way over to, I know the scale's not quite right, he'd probably need to be smaller, but I think we'll have him buzzing over to the flowers. But yeah, so what's everyone else doing? How's your weather? We love a talk about weather, don't we? Cute. Okay, so that's I'm going to leave that there. As you can see, this is how much of the transfer we have left. So I would say, I don't think we've even used a half, do you? So that's half a $12.99 transfer we've used for this project. I might add some little extra bits in when we've finished and get towards the end, but I'm not sure. Let's see what else have we got there that I can add. Maybe some of these little berries and some seed pods. That might work. Stick some in there. Just keep going. It's rudely hot in Maine. Cindy, I love that. It's rudely hot. Oh, crikey. Let me see. Anything else? It's rained for days in Texas. Mary, I can't believe these transfers are adhering to a surface with that. I know, it is paper. The embossing is like a real hand done paper, but they're adhering really well. I'm not having to work hard. They're sticking really, really nicely. The small flowers and the butterflies are cool, aren't they? Amber, will I seal it? I probably will, just because I want this to stay nice and pretty. So I would, but because I want it to stay having this handmade feel, I'm probably going to use a flat clear coat so that it doesn't have any sheen to it, and it just keeps that sort of handmade feel to it. Paula, it's going to be 30. Goodness. Yeah, we're not near that kind of temperature yet. Let's see. Got one set of seed pods, and I'm going to just pop them. Where am I going to pop them? I feel like they need to be in here somewhere. I'm going to just stick them here. A bit random. They'll do. There we go. I'm going to put them in that little section there. As you see, I'm really, really not pressing hard. And there is literally no halo. Ros, it's cute, isn't it? Literally no halo on these. It is a pale background, it is paper, so you're never going to see so much of a halo, but there is literally zero. Could you transfer this type on a textured wall? I think it would all depend on whether it's got like sharp texture to it, but I don't see why not. It might be worth trying with some texture over the top, perhaps, I'm not sure. Here in Denmark, you sit out in the garden and look at your iPad and, oh, it's 25 degrees, lovely. Mary, You didn't hear what you want to seal with. Sorry, it was probably because I had the book in front of me. I'm going to go for a flat clear coat. Amber, will I use PC clear coat? Yes, I will use Paint Couture flat top coat, yes. But yeah, pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to get my aged brass. This is one of my favourite colours because it's not too gold, it's not too bronze, it's just got that kind of medium. It is brassy, but it's got ever so slightly a coppery hint to it. If you haven't used it, it's definitely one to add to your collection. I'm just going to use my finger to apply it. I'm going to use the tiniest amount, and I just want to see if I can pick out some of the embossing details. Pretty. Just to tie together the fact that we're kind of, you know, country garden. It gives it a little bit of an aged sort of feel to it. It's a tiny bit of shimmer, but it's not, you know, it's a metallic, so it's not a matte. Just show you how pretty. Amber, how many pages do you get? I'm sorry, I hooked on late, so sorry for all the questions. How many pages, is that for the transfer, Amber? You get 3 sheets in these small transfers. I hope that's what you mean. I think so. So the aim is, for this particular project, I'm trying to use only about half because we're doing the under $15 or the $15 makeover challenge. So I'm just adding that little shading. Erin, lovely, isn't it? Pretty. Cat on Instagram. Thank you. It's looking really cute, isn't it? So I just kind of wanted to vintage it up a little bit without it being grey or black. And I do love this colour. And you see, you can just build up the definition. So I've got a bit heavier here, it's a bit lighter here, and it just starts to build up the depth. You could use, you know, you could use several different coloured waxes on this. I've got a lot of colour going on with my flowers, so I'm not too worried about adding more colour per se. And you see what I mean when I said I'm literally using a pinch, and it's not, it's just a smudge of this wax. I'm hardly putting a dent in my $7.50 pot of wax. And these go so far. I mean, they go far on a furniture project, but when you start doing small projects like this, they go crazy far. Okay, so that's my front cover. How are we feeling about that? I love it. Aren't they cute? Okay, so how are we doing for time? We're doing good, we're doing good. I'm gonna just put my transfer sheets that we've not used out of the way, so they don't get blown away. And we're gonna move on to the rice paper. So, like I said, I kind of just felt like this was going to tie in nicely. We've got little bees, we've got butterflies, we've got this wildflower, and then we've got the addition of music notes, which is super cute. $15 challenge, yes. Amber, these are Redesign with Prima Art Alchemy waxes. So they're available with your Redesign with Prima retailers. Sorry, lost a word there. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use this on the inside, back and front covers. So I'm going to use most of this. Make sure I've still got that up the right way. Yes, I have. I don't want to put this upside down now. Okay, so I'm going here, Actually, I'm going to move it so we get more of the bumblebee, or honeybee. It's a honeybee, isn't it? It's not a bumble, that one. So I'm going to do a little snip there, and I'm just going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing over here. going to put a one and make sure I'm doing that square. I'm going to go here. Oh, little breeze, look, that doesn't help when you're using rice paper. Let's just use that to weight me down. When the rice paper is folded, how do you get the folds out when using the whole sheet? For these rice papers, you can basically, as you smooth them out, they'll disappear. With the decoupage papers, you can use like a not too hot iron with some baking parchment in between to get rid of those creases. This one's a rice paper, so I'm not concerned about the folds on this one. Sally, yes, it will go onto Instagram TV, IGTV on the Redesign with Prima profile when I'm done. Now, where did I trim? It was over here, wasn't it? I put a little cut. There it is. Now, ordinarily, you would probably want to measure this properly. I'm eyeballing it because you don't want the delay of me measuring it all. Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, all that. Just there we go, and there's my little snip mark there. So these rice papers have got like the filaments in them, the traditional rice papers. So can you see there, when I hold up the back, you can see all the really natural filaments there. Again, I'm just going to make sure I've got that the right way. I'm just going to check my cutting. It's not bad at all. I might just trim a little bit off there. Oh, my husband's just shouted for Gracie. It's ballet. She's off to her ballet lesson. Let's just trim that bit there as well. Okay. So I used to use top coats to apply my papers, and I've now, it's not a new product, it's a new product to me. I've discovered this soft matte gel. So this is an Art Basic from the Finnabair range, or Finnabair range, but it is, again, this is available through Redesign with Prima. It dries transparent. It's quite thick. Can you see? It's thick. It's amazing. It gives, for a much drier application. Top coat can get a bit wet, takes a while to dry. This, I've used this today already, so I've got a brush already waiting. Apply with a brush. It's really, really sticky. You know that film you get when you use like school glue? It's like that when it dries on your fingers, so just be careful or wear gloves. But it's my new favourite go-to for using decoupage papers. So you just put on a relatively generous layer. It doesn't have to be really, really thick, but just make sure that you coat everything that you want the paper to stick to. You can wipe it off afterwards, any bits that you know, get it where you don't want it to go. Or you just use a baby wipe. Just checking I haven't missed anything. No, still all good. And I'm just going to stick that on there. And I can feel already, it's just, you know, like if you're using top coat, you now have to top coat over the top of it to kind of form a sandwich. This, you don't have to do that. And because this is going to be on the inside cover, I don't feel like I want to top coat it either. I want it to remain, yeah, see, I've got a bit of a lip. I'm just going to run my craft knife. These craft knives are available from Redesign with Prima too. They are awesome. I'm just going to do my best. If not, I'll have to peel it off and try again. Yeah, that's not doing that. It's just, they are awesome, but I couldn't put any pressure on. I'm just going to turn that round and trim it. Now, on the decoupage papers, the Redesign ones, you'd be able to pull that completely off and refit it. With rice papers, you've got less working. You can't mess with them. A bit like the normal tissue papers, you can't mess with them so much. So there we go. Okay, so there we have our front cover, and then our lovely rice paper inside cover. Adele, smaller sheets of transfers are gorgeous. They are awesome for small projects. Still, I mean, I've used them on furniture as well, but if you like your smalls, or if you've got, you know, there's lots of people out there that have got little units that they need to sell smalls to fill up. These make a great project. So I'm going to cut another piece for my back cover. I'm not going to do anything on the back cover. I need to make sure it's up the right way. Yeah. We're going to go butterflies on this side. I think that works for me. Just double checking. I'm checking back because my camera's a little bit further away, so I'm just checking in every now and then that I haven't missed any comments. Facebook users, you guys know that I'll always go back, and if I've missed anything, I'll answer it, or Roz is there to help out. On Instagram, they're cunning. They take away the comments. As soon as we post it to IGTV, the comments disappear, which is rather annoying. There we go. Going into just a trim. There. Sorry, I've gone quiet. I'm concentrating. I have scissors in my hand. I always go quiet with scissors. And another little line up. See how we've done. A little bit there. Just take a little slither off that side. Lovely. So I'm going back to my matte gel. I'm going as close to those edges as I can. You could do it with a smaller brush, makes sense. I was using it for a bigger area this morning, and I just thought I couldn't be bothered to wash my brush up. I'd use the same one. Away, up it. So you can see how thick it is. Let's go up here. And you can use this for all sorts of, I think you can use it for, I might be wrong actually, I'm not going to say that just in case. I think you can use this for like as an adhesive for moulds even. I'll have to double check on that. Okay, you still see what I'm doing? Yes. There we go. So that's in there. And it's not wet, which is great. So you don't have to worry so much about that dry time like you do if you're using top coat. Okay. And I think what I'll also do, I have one of my little, I love these little 2-inch natural bristle brushes. I'm going to put the lid on that. Ready time, good. Hello from Argentina. And I'm going to just pop that in there as well because it's so hot it will dry too quick. Hello from PA. Hi Beth. PA, what's that? You're going to have to let me know what that... I know that it's your states and things. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm going to just use a tiny bit of this with my little 1-inch waxy type brush. I'm going to just dab it in a little bit. I'm going to just, almost like a dry brush technique. So you know when you dry brush with paint, you can dry brush with the decor waxes and these smaller waxes. So I just thought it would be quite cute to just put a little bit around the edges to just sort of age it up a little bit. The paper does, Sharon, no, the paper doesn't bubble up at all. I've done a few pieces using this product now and it is absolutely brilliant. I've used it on the rice papers and I've used it on the standard decoupage papers. So it's very, very good. So I just sort of wanted to create like a bit of a vignette around the edge with our wax that we've used on the front. Just be careful on the paper because of the fibres. Again, we're going for subtle. I'm not going for over the top massive amounts of wax. So I just wanted to create a bit of shadow and a bit of a vignette. Hello from Pennsylvania. Oh, is that, sorry, you were answering the question from someone else. Pennsylvania, right. And we'll do the same on the back. So I'm just doing this, as I said, I'm creating a little bit of a vignette and I'm tying it in to the wax that we've used on that front cover. There we go. Pop that lid on. Just checking. Sue and Erin, you're having a little chat, that's good. Sue, how's your garden table going? Is that what you're talking about? You went in a different direction, okay. Okay, so this is the rice paper on the back and front inside covers. And then the really, really cute small sized transfers. And what did we say this one was called? This one. Let's grab this back now. Botanical Paradise. And we've used about half. And then we've brushed up and highlighted those embossed details with the Art Alchemy wax in the aged brass. What do you think, guys? Cute now? Lovely. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. I might have something similar to work on next week, actually. I've got something in mind. So it won't be a photo album, but it will be maybe a little project again. So I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you we really just want to show you how far these products go. So how much you can do with these transformations with the budget, basically. So easily done for under $15. Nobody wants to say my name. It's pronounced Hallie. Okay, hi Hallie. Sorry, I didn't see you before now. If you haven't already, on Facebook and on Instagram, if you can pop over and check out Gracie's house, that would be awesome. And thanks for coming to the Redesign with Prima pages, Instagram and Facebook, to join me make over this photo album. I'll see you next week, guys. Thanks. Bye.